Hey, what's going on, folks? It's me, Super Nerd Pharaoh here. And can I be real for a second? I don't think I was right. Yeah, no, I was definitely wrong about items and item clauses in VGC. The hyper competitive items and stuff with the chance based stuff that's Bright Powder, it's Focus Band, King's Rock. VGC, the Pokemon Company International, has never banned items. They can ban duplicate items for sure, but like those anti-competitive chance space items, that was a phantasm projected by me because I thought at some point in Scarlet and Violet I was disallowed to bringing a certain kind of item in there. I don't play Smogon. It was not an observation based off of Smogon. Okay, I don't like Smogon or Smogon singles. I think singles is cancer, but I also don't like 6v6 formats. I don't like stall. I don't like any of that. I mean, like, you'll see the way I play. It's like if there's defensive play and then there's stalling and whatever. Smogon is just not my groove. Okay. Anyways, I would like to thank the people for having these and sustaining these conversations on my stuff. You might have noticed, well, I noticed for sure that ever since the like 2 videos ago, my impressions and click through rate have been like incredibly impressive compared to like what the 0.000 that I used to get like 20 views max because the people I personally know might click on the stuff that I link to. That is not because the content, like the content of my writing or the quality of my writing has gotten better. It's probably because of my new microphone. This thing makes sure that people don't click away immediately. So I'm doing the same thing I was doing earlier. It's just that now it sounds better and people don't immediately run away at the sound of a Yeti Nano failing to make my voice sound any sort of appealing. So, while I'm still here, please help me. Jesus is my Lapras and he needs neck surgery, okay? I look at this guy. If you subscribe, I can get him the help he needs. Let's get to talking about stuff. I was kind of crashing out at the draft for this first season of Pokemon Champions, but as time has gone on, I see it's allowed some great things to come forward. And I'm not crediting this to the deliverance of the Pokemon Company International or Ilka. People are just creative and can have fun with Pokemon anytime Pokemon is put in front of us. One of the goofiest things I saw that someone had to have been labbing over and over again in Pokemon Showdown was this Hisuian Zoroark and Mega Glalie duo, where I had to be taught the mechanics of Round because Hisuian Zoroark would use Round, and then Mega Glalie would go super fast out just after the Hisuian Zoroark, outspeeding everything on my team. And I know that that Mega Glalie was not as fast as everything else, but it was a Scarf Hisuian Zoroark using Round to empower Glalie to get priority to kill people with 120 base power refrigerated Round hits. It was deleting everything. And when they were done with that, they would just explode, right? That's a crazy strategy that I ran to. There was also this fire, water, grass core made of Greninja, Meowscarada, and Incineroar, where they were completely immune to Prankster's support abilities. But Meowscarada and Greninja, and Mega Greninja for that matter, both had Protean, and because those Pokemon are so fast, they could change their type before you could hit them. Meowscarada had a Choice Scarf with like U-turn and stuff, and then I learned the hard way that when Greninja uses a move and its Protean lets it be protected from a move, the next move that it makes, if it Mega Evolves, also gives it a new type. When Greninja Mega Evolves, it loses its Protean bonus and resets. That's so they had this massive offensive thing when I couldn't use any of my support prankster, like my Whimsicott or my Sableye. Just couldn't do anything. I should have used Tailwind full offensive, but that was a really impressive strategy that, again, wouldn't have been able to like happen. And it's cool to see the stuff like that that ends up being like memey and working. I'm pretty sure you've seen like the Hawlucha. I think I complained about it last video. The Hawlucha entrainment with Sheer Cold, hitting things with no guard and stuff. I this meta's wacky. So I never thought I'd see Aerodactyl do well ever. Mega Aerodactyl is killing things. Normal Aerodactyl's killing things. It's a really good rock type in its own right. It flies, which means it's got a ground immunity. It's got wide guard, devastating rock slides, dual wing beat for sashed up like individuals. It's been a staple on a lot of my teams as I try to navigate a meta dominated by Charizard and Frostlass. And speaking of Charizard and Frostlass, Altaria, the mixed bag extraordinaire, right? But Cloud 9 ability. You can shut down weather. You gotta make it tanky enough to live, but it can also wear a different hat where when you're done or when you've exceeded your utility in denying weather, you can mega evolve into Mega Altaria and use Pixelate, Base Cannon, Hyper Voice. It's a really good anti-weather meta Pokemon that wears a lot of hats, and I like the skill it takes to use. Not the best Mega, not the best individual Pokemon, but using an ensemble to maximize both of his abilities. A great Pokemon overall. Milotic emerging as a bulky water wall strikes me as particularly hilarious because that's a Smogon thing. Like bulky water is whatever. It's got decent stats that only benefit from like competitive, and it makes it beyond usable both in Trick Room and in Tailwind. And I've been able to partner with Weirdeer of of all Pokemon. Weirdeer is in this meta. That's pretty crazy. To force intimidate boosts before using Trick Room or after using Trick Room, like use a Trick Room, coil with Milotic, and then while Weirdeer is the fastest Pokemon in the field, or at least faster than Milotic in Trick Room, you skill swap and then force an Intimidate boost and then hit everyone with Muddy Water or Blizzard or something, right? It's pretty crazy. And it's like the only thing that's keeping Milotic behind is its accuracy issues when it wants to use its best moves. And Coil, I didn't think that Coil would be that overpowered of a move. Eternal Floette, not the force of nature I thought it would be. Is it an absolute cannon that can delete everything with Light of Ruin? Yes. Is that what you want? No. Most people are running Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam. They can't, those Pokemon can always be played around in doubles. What I'm thankful for is that Eternal Floette is not pay to win. It's powerful, but it's not like Fluttermane or Xerneas or Incineroar. Like, it's not ubiquitous or mandatory to have on these winning teams, right? It's another Pokemon that I never expected to do very well that I'm very glad to see got what it deserved is Aggron. I think I said in my last video gushing about what I wanted with Aggron, especially in that sped up section that no one like really saw, was that if Aggron got body press and iron defense, I was absolutely giving it a rip. Now, am I using it on my current team? No. But, well, my current team that I'm playing the most right now? No. But to see the wall get body press and iron defense is a natural, like, yes, Aggron is a super sick Pokemon. The meta thing that it hits though, like, yes, you can't really hit Charizard or Floette very hard, but you can spec into like Rock Slide and Heavy Slam to it's got versatility despite being the wall, and it's super cool to see everything that it benefits from. I just like to see Aggron win. Okay, that Pokemon got so shafted in its typing and stats and all that stuff. To see Mega Aggron win like this is just amazing. I've been mostly playing Pokemon Showdown. I think I complained about it more than once, but Trade School is kicking my butt. I don't have time to sit down at my desk or my bed and play like video games. I could take my Switch with me, but I wouldn't be like focused on doing like my work or school and stuff. So it's like I can't take my Switch with me all the time. But also, I can lab things a lot on Showdown. So I haven't yet hit Master Ball tier. I'm still in Ultra. I'm still the same rank as when I made my last video, honestly. I really haven't played like that. Um, but when I'm on a losing streak, I still do have things I do. If I have my Switch with me, I will like play Pokemon Stadium 2 and get some like mini games done and like try to do some Little Cup. I really like playing Little Cup in Pokemon Stadium 2. I think it's like really chill. I don't know, it gives me those endorphins and stuff. And when I'm like really not trying to Pokemon battle, I don't have my Switch with me because I'm like doing stuff. I got my phone, and my phone's got Hello ROM hacks on. I'll be playing Pokemon Lazarus and Pokemon Blaze Black Volt White 2 Redux. I'm waiting for the 2.0 patch to come out, but whatever. What do you do when you're on a losing streak? Tell me down in the comments below. And while you're clicking on stuff in the video, click like, subscribe. This is what I do. I yap about Pokemon and stuff. I got more stuff coming, and like more conceptual. Like, oh, I've been playing the game. Here's my thoughts on the game, but like conceptual things. I really wish I could give you previews for, but I'm trying my best to develop these ideas and make sure they're like produced at a quality that I want them to be like produced at. And that's about it. So thanks for watching the video. I've been Super Nerd Pharaoh. That's the end of the video. I'm waving. You can't see that because I didn't turn my camera back on.